Unwilling to accept defeat, Trump made one final attempt.
People told him, you're going to have a second bite of the apple on January 6th. That was a date by which the Congress is going to vote to certify what the state electors did.
Donald Trump issued a tweet saying, all of my supporters come to Washington for this rally on January 6th.
Statistically impossible to have lost the 2020 election. Big protest in D.C. on January 6th. Be there. We'll be wild.
Will be wild. He wanted a show of force to come to Washington and to try to block the certification of Congress.
And we fight. We fight like hell. And if you don't fight like hell, you're not going to have a country anymore.
He wanted, in whatever way he could, to empower people to disrupt Congress. And if that resulted in violence, he obviously was prepared to let that happen.
He watched these people sacking the U.S. Capitol, overrunning police, beating them with the American flag. To just sit there and watch it on television, just inexplicable.
Eventually, police regained control of the Capitol.
The Capitol grounds have been secure. Police had to use tear gas. Troops are deployed around the Capitol perimeter to prevent any more violence.
Donald Trump's election loss would stand. It was over, for now.
I, Joseph Robinette Biden Jr., do solemnly swear.
Refusing to attend Biden's inauguration, he left Washington on Air Force One.
Congratulations, Mr. President.
There's a certain Napoleon element to Donald Trump's evacuation from Washington to his private club in Palm Beach. It's almost like he's returning to nurse his wounds and continue to live in that alternate reality.
After January 6th and what happened on the Capitol that day, it was universally terrible. There wasn't even the most ardent Trump fan defending it. It was an onslaught of negative coverage, understandably. And it went on for months, months and months and months. To the point where he had been entirely ruled out. There was only a question about whether he might face criminal charges.
A large group of FBI agents executing an unannounced raid on President Trump's home at Mar-a-Lago.
The Justice Department has been investigating the removal of classified records that were taken from the White House to Mar-a-Lago.
He lost multiple civil trials.
Trump was found liable for sexually abusing and defaming E. Jean Carroll.
That found him liable for sexual abuse, business fraud. His business was convicted in criminal court of tax and other financial crimes.
A federal grand jury here has indicted former President Donald Trump on 4 counts.
Indictment after indictment after indictment.
Charged with leading a criminal organization that worked to overturn the results.
The day you're being arraigned and fingerprinted and mugshotted, for most people, that's a bad day. But for Donald Trump, it was an opportunity.
I just want to thank you for your tremendous support, and here it is. If you want to go out and get it, you can go out and get it. Have fun with it. But people do like it, I must say. Thank you very much.
Never surrendered.
Woo!
Donald Trump's next comeback was underway.
What would have destroyed any other politician's career seemed to only strengthen him and embolden him. Rather than being tarnished, he turned the tables on his adversaries and made it out to be a political plus. And instead of a discredited, shamed loser, he becomes the apostle of comeback.
Every time the radical left Democrats, Marxists, communists, and fascists indict me, I consider it a great badge of honor.
trying to go after one's political opponent with criminal charges, trying to put him in jail, was a bridge too far. As the cases started rolling on, the anger on the right and the middle, which is where most of my audience is, grew. And I saw it in my emails, in my comments, in the feedback I got from my audience.
Trump guilty on all 34 counts of falsifying business records in the Stormy Daniels hush money case.
This was a rigged, disgraceful trial. The real verdict is going to be November 5th by the people.
His supporters that stay with him, they just know that that's not the America that they want their children to grow up in. That a government that is so weaponized against a former president, at some point, it's gone too far.
All of these raids, all of these prosecutions only fed his presentation of himself as a victim, as a martyr, as someone who was there to take these bullets on behalf of Americans.
President Trump officially clinching the Republican nomination for president.
Donald Trump securing the Republican nomination in commanding fashion.
Then, a defining moment in his comeback.
You want to really see something that said, take a look at what happened.
You never know when you're in combat and shot at or shot, how you will react. The strength of your character and the fight within you is tested in moments like that.
To watch that man stand up, raise his fist and look to the crowd and yell, "Fight, fight, fight." He was so defiant in that moment. I think a lot of people woke up to the fact that Donald Trump isn't just here to stay, but he's here to fight on their behalf. In that moment, I said, he just won the election.